Yes, 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 yes. No man is kept poor because opportunity has been taken away from him, or because other people have monopolized the wealth and put a fence around him. Yes, yes. So we're going to talk about, or I'm going to try to talk about or explain money flow here. So I came to trading like everybody else does. Like we all come to this shit or the same way, right? Where this is a chart of the S&P 500. And this is like 10 years, okay? If you go back, you can take that shit back to, let's see, let's don't misspeak. What year did the stock market start? First year of stock market. I've been reading on the Danish stock market. That shit goes back. They're going to go, Google says 1792. 1792, man. Think of that. 1792. What's up, man? We're going to turn off comment right now. So since the year 1792, most people say that's when Wall Street started. That's a long time, man. So what do you think they're doing this after you're gone? You know, that was one of the things that drew me to the stock market. That it's bigger than me and you, man. Like this shit's going to play out whether we play it tomorrow or not. Whether we understand it or decide to participate. This game on Monday morning, beep, 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 ding, 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 bam. They start trading stocks. Not only do they trade stocks, they trade bonds. Bonds go back even further, man. First traded bonds. I don't want to misspeak on the years here. When did bonds start? These motherfuckers pulling up buried bonds. Come on, man. Man, it goes back. I'm not pulling it up on Google, but okay. Shit, thousands of years. Bonds have been around thousands of years, dating back to as far as 2400 BC. Damn. When do you think they started trading gold? You get my point, meaning these games are going to play. And so that's at the core. That's at the beginning of understanding what we're doing, man. We're playing a game that's bigger than us. We're playing a game that the smartest people every day wake up, want to participate in. And there's a lot of different ways to play it. And there's a lot of different ways to game it because there's a lot of different philosophies. There's a lot of different gameplay. There's a lot of different strategies and systems and methods and ways of doing it, right? And different people come to the market. Again, this is the S&P 500. Notice it doesn't really move a lot. You know, we take this down to a weekly. Each one of these bars is 1 month, so this is a big picture. Well, let's take it down a little bit. Each one of these ticks you see on here is 1 week. So the whole week, Monday through Friday, is right there, man. And as we step back and look at this, you can see it tends to go up like it's chaos. And so I got drawn to this watching this. I was in high school, and I went on a field trip, went to the commodities exchange and saw this game being played out. People trading it. Well, this is an index, a composite of 500 different companies. If we take it down to one company, you're going to see the movements get a little bit different. they become more pronounced, more sweeping. The bar action, the way it looks. Yeah, it moves more. Right? It moves more. All of that action is happening inside of this action. Except there's 500 of those charts where each day a price is being printed. That stock, that commodity, that whatever opens up at a certain price and it goes up or it goes down. And when it does that, it prints this on what's called a chart. You're like, yeah, no shit. All right, but let's talk about it. So in 1720, they're trading these. They don't have this. What are they trading on? News flow? Pure speculation? They're guessing? You think in 1720 they were using an iPhone? Nah, man. They weren't using an iPhone, bro. They weren't using an iPhone. So along the way, people began to, hey, let's write this down, man. That's what human beings do. A life worth living is a life worth recording. Right? I say that on the podcast. A life worth living is a life worth recording. You recording yours? No, I don't want nobody to know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. All right. Why? Why you want to disappear into the universe? Nobody knows you, heard of you. 100 years from now, they forgot all about you. That's by choice. Say, what are you talking about? Man, if you do what you're called to do, it leaves a trail, a path, a legacy, evidence of your existence. Well, guess what? Money flows bigger than me and you. It leaves a trail of its evidence, of its existence. Long before I traded this, Price did this. And it started doing it the first day they fucking took a pencil or a pen or a rock or whatever they used to, and they went, doop. Okay, that's where it opened. We all agree. When you see a little click to the left, that's where it opened. And when you see a little to the right, that's where it closed. And the fucking line in the center is the high and the low. And every day, it'll record here. Even if you don't look at it. Don't look at it tomorrow. Guess what it'll do? It'll record. It's bigger than you and me. Stock market's bigger than you, man. It don't give a fuck if you don't like it, not into it, doesn't care. It's going to print tomorrow. And I began to watch it. I'm like, wow, what's going on here? And I realized this is the emotions of 1 million people. There's millions of people inside of this trade from here to here. And that's a composite of 500 different stocks, man. So as I step back, now this one isn't in the S&P, Palantir, I don't believe is in it. No, it's not in the S&P. But guess what? These things follow the general flow of the stock market. It's called the wind. And I'll tell you stories later. Why do you call it the wind, man? And how did you know that? We'll get to that, man. Right now, I'm trying to show you the big fucking picture of a game that's way bigger than you. The people were playing it long before you. They understood indicators. When you were fucking pooping in your pants, they were playing this game right here with indicators and recording and watching. And long after you're gone, they'll be doing this. So my point is, it's a bigger game than me and you. Right? So our little thought processes and indifferences and insecurities don't fucking matter. And yet we project them onto the market. All right, I'm scared, so maybe it's going down. Or maybe it's not. You don't fucking know. I don't know. And so I came to that realization. Here's another truth. In order for me to interact with the stock market and win and be a winner and be a person who can fucking consistently pull money out of this, I got to be in tune with this. And to be in tune with this, I have to have some way of tuning in, of frequency, of connecting, of being on the same page as Price and watching it, not understanding it, not predicting it, not trying to push it or even fucking guess it. Just be where it is and follow it. Do you even understand what I just said? Or did I go right over you? And so as I watched as this printed, I came across a guy in a book and he said, listen, market can only do... The guy that created the Dow Jones Industrial Index, that guy, he created a thing called Dow theory. That's your fucking homework, kid. Go research it. Because nobody on here knows what that is. I'd be surprised if 3% know what the Dow theory is. If 3% of you knew what it was when I just said it, I'd be shocked. I thought you were interested. You told me you were interested in the stock market. You told me you wanted to change your life. You told me you wanted to get rich. A guy told me, man, I'm trying to get the market. And I said, do you know what a patriot is? He said, what are you talking about? I said, no. Do you know what a patriot is? Like an American patriot. What does that mean if I say that to you? Well, it conjures up images in people's heads. Maybe for you it's different. But what do you see? You see a pattern. Behavior, a thought process, an ideology, a philosophy. And to some people, they might not like it. To other people, it's God, apple pie, and family, right? I'm a patriot. Right? If I said, well, I'm a Marine. To a Marine, they know what that means. If I say I'm a Marine to you, we have a shared experience. What is that? It's a fucking pattern. The universe is filled with patterns and of these repeating things that just happen over and fucking over and over. And so when you buy a book and I give you the 10 pillars of success, you remember that one said big picture backup. This shit's playing out. Money flow is not just a chart, man. I don't even have indicators on here. We don't even deserve them. The Dow Jones theory is one of the foundational principles of the U.S. stock market. Google it. Learn who he is. These are founding fathers. These are the people that helped create the fucking bar you're looking at on this thing here you're looking at. All these people did is put it on a computer. They used to do this by hand. Each stock, each one, on a fucking piece of paper, by hand with a pencil. I know you're busy. Got a lot going on, I get it. And yet, when you had to do this by hand, there were people doing this, creating, finding patterns, calculating mathematical formulas, being a life worth living. And they began to record and document it because they saw this is bigger than me. This is bigger than me. You say, why? What are you talking about? Man, when you understand that, when you understand the philosophy, it becomes a lot more compelling. And what becomes more compelling, you look at, you focus on. And what you focus on and look at, guess what expands in your life? So a guy says, I don't have many stocks. I know. You don't look at it. And you say, Gerald, are you saying if I look at fucking stocks, I end up with stocks? Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. What you think about happens, comes about. What you focus on grows, expands. That's from God, man. That ain't from me. And so as I began to watch this and look at this, and I said, man, there's some certain things that seem to be true. When people began to try to find patterns. Well, there's a lot of patterns and there's a lot of theories and strategies, but here's what I understand. Here's a fundamental truth of this. This is fractal. This right here is one day, right? We just blow it up, get as big as you want. Each one, that's one day. And that's another day and another day and another day and another day and another. That makes 5 days. That makes a week. And if you did that 4 times, that would make a month. And it's fractal, right? The decimal system, not complicated. And guess what? So is the time frame, because not just looking at a daily, you could drop to a 1 hour. And you say, you mean on a 1 hour, you can see a pattern emerge? Yes. And you can see it on a 1 month. And so it was this pattern of this thing happening over and over and over. Not perfect. It's kind of like the weather. And you're like, hey, when it's this temperature over this time of year on this humidity level and blah, 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 and the sea level, and all of a sudden, this is perfect conditions for a tornado. Not certain. Pretty fucking could though. 80%. 80% chance of rain. And then it doesn't rain. And we say, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But then it does rain. Because that's the pattern in nature. Shit, patterns go so deep. There's a dude named Fibonacci. Fibonacci went so far down the trail of seeing patterns in life, in the universe, physically, invisibly, visibly. Meaning there are particles and things so small that your human eye can't see them. And inside of that, there's patterns. Flows, waves, cycles, fucking high tide, low tide. What about that? You say, you think that has something to do with this? Yeah. Because the universe is fractal. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. You say there's something never-ending? Yeah, space. Find the end, bro. Find the end to space. There's people trying. What about life? A fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. Feedback loop, meaning it eats and lives, breathes off itself. It becomes self-fulfilling. If everyone gets scared about the same thing, guess what happens? It's self-fulfilling. You don't even need the event to happen. You don't even need shit to be real to respond to it. We respond to fear that hasn't even happened. Like, oh shit. We stress about things that haven't actually fucking happened yet. And those things lead to medical disorders. And they didn't fucking happen. Yeah. You think that changes here? This is the collective of millions of people looking at a chart every day. And I feel it. I get the DMs. Hey man, I think blah, 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 blah. Really? Is that what you think? You know the collective mind of millions of fucking people tomorrow? You know everything? You know exactly how all these people are going to think? Or are you just guessing? I guess I'm just guessing. Good. Say it out loud. How's that feel? I'm guessing. All right. But just say it. But we use outside fear, things that haven't happened, as our excuse. Say, look, not me, that, man. Not me. It's not me. I don't want to do this. I have to do this because of that over there that hasn't happened yet. That's what we do, right? This is a 1 hour chart. And you're going to see it's not perfect. But what I want you to see, and just randomly grab a 1 hour chart, you'll start to see this pattern of price movement emerge. And over here, look, even though it doesn't last long, it goes through the same fucking pattern. You see it? It's just super tiny. And that's what it does. That's what the storm does before it goes real big, is sometimes it has little mini ones as it builds, man. But it's still in the pattern. They're just very small. When they're very small, they're hard to capitalize on. They're confusing. You're whipsawed. You're in, you're out. Is it fucking breaking out or is it not? Wait, yes, it is. No, it's not. And that happens in nature. It's called uncertainty, and it's part of stock market, and it's part of trading. This is a 1 hour chart of the S&P 500. You have no business on this unless you're a day trader. And if you are, that's good. Be fucking clear. Be that. Don't be the day trader. Oh, I lost today, so now I'm a fucking swing trader. No, you're not. You're just a liar. Right? What else would you be? Undisciplined. If you're a day trader, day trade means you get out. You close it. You take the fucking loss. You're the one that stepped into the ring. You're the one that said you wanted to be a day trader. Be one. Eat it. So the formula to success is to be, then do, equals have. You ever heard me say that? Now that's way too fucking deep for most human beings to get. They say, wait, we're not in church. What'd he say? And I said, listen, I'm a complete fucking stranger. Listen to what I'm saying to you. This is the secret to fucking success. Be plus do equals have. You can't have anything. You aren't first that thing. Yeah, well, I want to be a great stock trader. Then be one. That starts with fucking clarity. What are you doing? Get real clear. And the clearer you get, then you know what you're doing. And so we got to get in tune with the universe. The only reason for me to be on a 1 hour chart is I'm a day trader. Or, let me make an exception. Let me make an exception there. You say, well, I'm just playing around. Tiger Woods does that a lot during golf. They're in a match. He's like, fuck, I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around. Michael Jordan does that. He's like, hey, fuck it. Let's shoot it backwards. Hey, let's shoot it into the crowd. Fuck it. We're just playing around. I mean, that's the game plan, right? When the Bulls in the background, hey, here's the game plan. You guys just fuck around. Matter of fact, don't even stick to the plan. If you get the ball and feel hot, shoot it. Don't pass it to where we told you to. Don't stay on the path. Don't follow a map. Just do whatever, man. That's a choice. That's called chaos. And the market can make you feel that way, man. So your job when you come in is what? First, history. You need to learn about the market. When did the stock market start? Why the fuck did they call it Wall Street? Who was there? What were the first type of stocks traded? Where does this shit even come from? Because as you do that, you begin to build a philosophy. You become the person you're trying to be. It's not a future event. It's a now. It's an assumption now. So as I began to study the market, I began to study things like moving averages. I got to pick up the pace, man. This is like a 100-hour message. Because it's not just, I could show your children this shit right here, but if they don't understand why we're doing it, they're not going to do it. They might do it better. Right? So if you're swing trading, that wasn't a winning trade, right? The money flow trades around what we call the 4 stages of price movement. I'm going to jump ahead. They used to teach 3. Dow Jones taught 3. Market moves in 3 stages. Accumulation, uptrend, downtrend. Accumulation, distribution, same thing. One's up, one's down. Moves 3 ways. Up, down, sideways. Right? A guy named Stan Weinstein came along. He began to say, hey, it's really more like 4 stages. And when you add the 4th stage, it gives you just a little bit more clarity and allows you to pinpoint some things because then it begins to add fundamental analysis to this equation. And you say, what do you mean? You say, well, if we're calling it a stage 3 and this thing isn't undervalued, the chances of it to continue to go up, it may not be the best investment for your money. Meaning it's pretty valued. But what if it's at a stage 3 and it's still undervalued? That could be an opportunity. Could be like, whoa, good deal. Guess what? Good news. We're going to pull back a little. Gives us a chance to increase the position size. To invest more money into our idea, our thesis. That's not day trading. Right? Did I describe day trading at all? No. You see how clarity of mind? So we come off that. This is the daily. And let's look at a 15-minute. Changes again, right? And even inside of the change, what do you notice? You see this wave price, kind of moves up. Not perfect, then down, side, right? You see it? Sideways, then it goes up, and then what? Comes down. This would be a box. Holds price, breaks it, comes back into the box, which we know is very, very bullish. So this is a 15-minute chart. So if I'm day trading, there's my stage 1. I'm waiting for, there's my breakout. I'm going to buy it. Where's my target? Previous high. Bam. I'm taking this trade down. Boom. I'm trying to get out over here. And then if this sets up again to do it again, good. If it goes down, I'm watching. I'm waiting. What am I doing? I'm trading to the long side. Why am I trading to the long side? Because the market is bullish. Right? Just ideas, man. Actually, right now, the market is bearish. That's why you're not seeing these runs. gold because the general pressure of the market, you'll see it even on a 15 minute chart. Look, you're seeing the pressure to the downside. I'm not a day trader. This is how it fucking works, man. It's not complicated. Oh, I want to learn to day trade. Good. Research, study. Look, the daily chart is on a downtrend. You should be looking for down moves. Hello. You want to be a day trader? You trade in the direction of the market. So if the market is under the 20, you're looking to go short, man. Right? So go look, spy on the daily chart. This is just a little side note of clarity. You say, what do you mean? Well, market's below the green line. I'm looking for shorts. If the market's above the green line, I'm looking for longs. Shit ain't complicated. It's a basic formula. This is one of the foundational principles. Remember that patriot thing? Well, this thing called fucking Constitution in history, right? So guess what? Inside of this, the way we establish our mindset, our thoughts, our philosophies, understanding the history in the mindset. If price is below the green line, it's bearish. If it's above the green line, it's bullish. That doesn't mean it's a buy or a sell. It just means that is the direction of the trend. And so then if I drop it down, I'm a day trader. I go to 1 hour. What am I looking for? I'm looking for fucking shorts, man. Not longs. Why? The market's bearish. If I'm a day trader, right? I'm not buying this. I'm getting stopped out from this. Hello? Right? But to know that, we got to know this. The guy says, Joe, does the money flow help with day trading? Yes. And options. And fucking corn prices. And oil and bonds and Bitcoin. You say it works on Bitcoin? Yes. Bitcoin is the collective of millions of people around the world. And they tend to move in fucking herds. Everybody gets bearish. Everybody gets bullish. Nobody knows what to do. And then when it happens, it continues. And it goes and goes and goes and goes until it stops. And then the narrative changes. And you'll see this play out. When you're not playing it, it's playing. The guy says, well, I'm not into Bitcoin. It doesn't care. Nobody gives a fuck if you're into it or not. That's you. Look, does Bitcoin trade on a 1 hour chart? Yep. Oh, wrote the ticker wrong. Fat finger. Come on, man. BTC USD. Look, there's Bitcoin. And you say, are you telling me when price is above this green line, it's bullish, and when it's below it, it's bearish? Yes. And where you make your money is on the runs. And when it's not on the run, you got to make a decision. Do I want to own less? Do I just want to hold here? Is this a deal? Nah, I don't necessarily want to sell. If it broke down, where do we expect it to go? Right around in here. And I began to formulate that price has memory. That where it's been before, it goes again. And so back to the day where a guy took a pencil and he wrote it on a fucking piece of paper. Open, let's do a little tick to the left. And then hey, we'll draw a line. And the high of the day will be the top of the line. And the low of the day will be the bottom of the line. Then we'll do another tick on the right. And that'll be where we close. And every day we'll record this. Boom, 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 boom. By hand on a fucking ledger. Now you got it easy. You guys got it easy. Lazy. You just open up your phone. There it is. Guy says, what? Listen, one of the richest guys I know. Talked to him yesterday. He's worth about $10 million. He says, what do you think about Bitcoin? I said, I think the same thing I told you a year ago about Bitcoin. You're too fucking rich not to own Bitcoin. He's like, what do you mean? I said, fuck, dude, the fact that you don't own some is fucking ridiculous. You're smart and rich. There's kids that own it. Children. That's all I said to him. You own all kinds of dumb shit. You have a $20,000 light in your living room and you don't own Bitcoin. You have a fucking light that when you hit the button just gives light. But you don't own Bitcoin. That doesn't seem absurd? Think about that, man. My point is, it's that easy. He's rich and he's like, oh my God, do I buy Bitcoin? Do I not buy? Like, what is the conversation? It's been going for 10 years. And you say, yeah, but they might regulate it. Good. The ups and downs is why you can make money. And so if you watch the pattern of the money flow, right? What am I waiting for? It don't matter if you like it. When it goes above the green line, it goes up. And when it goes below it, it starts to drift down. And it goes to where it was before, man. And you'll see price hit that level. You're telling me this is on fucking accident? 29, 29, 29. Really? This is randomness of the fucking universe. It just happens to stop at the same thing. Come on, man. But you don't know that unless you watch that. My friend's like, man, I don't know. So I'm on the phone to him on this one. I'm like, hey, man, you got to buy some of this, bro. You're rich. Fuck it, man. Buy 100,000. What do you give a fuck? You're worth $10 million, man. Now, here's the thing. You say, yeah, no shit. Bro, you can buy 100. Everything I just said to the rich man applies to you even more. So a lady DMs me and says, should I buy the VOO? You guys know what VOO is? How did you get indicators? You're not even supposed to have them. Oh, it came up on Bitcoin. Gerald, should I buy the VOO? I'm not picking on you, lady. But listen, this is a daily chart of the VOO. At any point during this time, should you have bought it? Starts over here, and it goes, look how it goes. Do you think you should have bought it at any point in the last 4 months? You can look back, read yesterday's paper. You go back 4 months. Should you have bought it? Yeah, we all agree. Yeah, probably should have. Okay. So, okay, lady. So now what? Let's go back a week. Each one of these is a week. When should you not have bought it? So let's see. This is where it starts. Over here. And it goes way down here and then up here, right? Now this was total fucking terror. Kills people. Oh, I'm losing everything. This is what people do. This is what old people do. Old people who don't understand Dow Jones theory, who've never built a philosophy of understanding the markets, how corn prices and oil and fucking Bitcoin and bonds and the S&P 500, right? And interest rates. And tech stocks and all this stuff, how all of this moves, what I summarize and call the money flow. People who've never looked at that, they don't know history. They haven't watched YouTube videos of the 1930s crash or the savings and loans crash in the 80s with the banking system and understood what happened in the 2008 crash. Oh, in the 90s we had a couple too, by the way. Long before you came, sweetie, we were having crashes and markets go up and fucking wars and rumors and Democrats and Republicans fucking fighting in the end of the fucking world. And we're going to go to war with the Russians. When I was a kid, we were all going to die because of the Russians. And guess what? Stocks kept going up. And then when I was a kid in the 70s, there's no fucking gas. My dad's standing in a gas line. Because there is no fucking gas. And then guess what? We were running out. There was no more. There was no more gas. And then there was. And supply is always unlimited. But it goes up and down based on scarcity. Right? There's only so many Bitcoins. There's only 21 million. 4 million probably been lost. And 1 million's owned by Satoshi. And we don't know who the fuck that is. And then you count the ones that are lost. We're probably down to like 14 million. 14 million Bitcoins. But we can buy at 0.000000, right? A Satoshi, they call it. Now, there's even micro ones. There are hundreds and 1,000. You say, what do you mean? It's fucking infinite. It's an infinite limited supply. You say, well, that's not true. Oh, yeah, it is. You can buy options. Every fucking Bitcoin on planet Earth could be owned. And you can buy options. You can short it. Say, Gerald, what do you mean? It's fractal. Wait, you can go to the futures. I don't even own the actual Bitcoin. I'm just trading the price. And isn't that a Bitcoin? You just created a new one. You just printed it. You thought that only happened with governments? No. Just like your fucking credit card, you can make it up. It's infinite. A fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop driven by recursion. Fractals are images of dynamic systems, the pictures of chaos. Geometrically, they exist in between our familiar dimensions. Fractals patterns are extremely familiar since in nature it's full of fractals. For instance, trees, rivers, coastlines, mountains, clouds, seashells, and hurricanes, etc. Abstract fractals. We won't get into that. So these patterns play out. Different things cause crashes. Different things do different things. There's new enemy. Nah, we're not fucking mad at the Russians anymore. Now it's the Chinese. Oh, wait. No. Wait, before we get to the Chinese, we go to the Middle East. Okay, that's the enemy. The Middle East. Sorry. Now we're going to switch from that. It's the Chinese. They're the enemy. The downfall of Western civilization will probably come because of Chinese. Isn't that the narrative? I heard this before. I heard that before when I was a kid. It was the fucking Russians. Oh, wait. It's different this time, Gerald. It's different. So as I began to study the markets and came across the Dow Jones theory and how this stuff worked, and I learned about these things called indicators and moving averages. That's what you see here, man. A lot of people say, oh, just give me a stock. Man, shut the fuck up with that. You don't need a stock. What you need to know is how to play the stocks. How the stock market fucking moves, man. Everybody starts with the wrong thing. Everyone starts with the wrong thing, man. Oh, I need a stock. You don't need a stock. You need to know how stock charts works. Right? So before we give you a car, could we teach you to drive it? Or we just put fucking kid, here you go, man. Here's a car. Good luck. Do you think a car's easier to drive or trade in the markets? I mean, for real. I know a lot of dumbasses drive cars. They can't trade stocks. They don't have any investments. So obviously driving a car is fucking easier. And guess what? You got to go get a license. You got to read a book. You got to study some rules and understand some basic fucking assumptions. When you see the fucking stop sign. What is that? A hectol? What the fuck is that? I forget the name. When you see that, with the word STP, STOP, you stop. Stop your car. What is that? It's a basic assumption. All right. Well, that helps me drive. Guess what happens when this goes above this green line? In these smaller lines, I call these minor moving averages because they're not quite as important, but they are part of the fractal pattern of price. When they cross each other, it means something. If you watch my stories on Instagram, you guys think I just post random fucking shit. People are like, oh, you just randomly post things, man. No, there's subliminal messages to everything, man. You remember the little post I did where I said you gotta get off the path? That's the money flows talking to you. You say path, what are you talking about? The stock path. Look. It's been in a down move, right? I'm not jumping on it yet. We're getting ahead, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for a box But I need to close above the 5-day moving average. And I jumped ahead again. You just got to work with me. These are fractal patterns. The 20 days made up of 20 of these bars. The 10, the blue one, the dotted one is made up of 10 of these. And the red one is made up of 5 of these. When these things come together, that's when shit changes. Right? But it can get caught. And this is a gray area. And this became what? A zone of support and resistance. And you have to know what this looks like so that you can ignore the moving averages. Okay? Like this over here, not that big a deal. It did it here too. Unless this fucker breaks out, I'm not buying this. I'm watching this. You could buy it, but I'm not overly, like I can't say it's going up, okay? You could buy it, but it's not going up. It's just here, right? When it does this, now what? It's going down. What are we looking for? It's a stop. Now, if I'm looking at this, and I know this, and I say, okay, price moves in these stages, it does these 3 things. Dow Jones said it does 3. A guy named Stan Weinstein came along. He explained it's really 4. There is a difference between accumulation and distribution. And there's an uptrend and there's a downtrend. And we can define those. But inside of defining those, price gets caught up at times in it. The pattern doesn't work and you have fake breakouts and you have, sometimes I have people and they go, hey man, that didn't work. Yeah, no shit. We operate inside of chaos, of uncertainty. Nobody knows, man. Nobody. People think, I got a 79. Bullshit. Bullshit. If that was true, you wouldn't need to sell me shit. You'd be a billionaire. Anybody that knows anything about the market, if they fucking really know, they're a billionaire like that, man. Just like, it don't take long at all. If you said, Gerald, the next 5 are winners, I could be a billionaire. If I know with 100% fucking certainty, I sell all 3 million and I go over here and I buy fucking call options. 3 million in call options on whatever that I think is about to break out. And if I know with fucking certainty, what happens to 3 million in call options? And the market does this. I got about $50 million. It is that fucking simple. Right? Hello. If you'd have bought $3 million in call options on the S&P 500 right here, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at charts. But I don't know that's going to happen. I don't know. I could fucking blow out, right? That's a weekly. Bad example. What if I knew for certain it was coming down to here? Guy says, market's going to right here. Yeah, How much you have on that? Shut the fuck up. Whenever I see those analysts on TV, yeah, all right, yeah. You guys listen to fucking YouTubers. Man, crack me up. People will be like, that guy, he doesn't like pillow talk. Man, get the fuck out of here. Tom Nash or any of these, they don't know shit. They don't know where something's going or what's going to happen in the economy or how people are going to fucking respond. If they did, they wouldn't be on YouTube. They'd be billionaires. If you know what I know, you'd be a billionaire. Give me 5 fucking winners consecutively in a row, and I know for 100% I'm a billionaire. And if you're not, you don't know how to trade, man. If you can't figure out, okay, if I knew 5 complete, you tell me, how much would you be worth? You'd sell everything, you'd buy this, how would you buy it? Well, fuck, I might leverage it. I'm going to drop it in a 2-to-1, so all 3. Now I'm not buying 3, I'm buying 6. Or fucking 9. Remember the guy that blew up doing that? Viacom. You remember this? Oh, Billy Wong. Billy Wong took $3 billion and borrowed another 30. Or was it 20? It was a lot. He said, shit, Grant Cardone was right. 10x it, baby. And blew out. But before it blew out, it blew up. Let's see. And if it would have kept going, Billy wouldn't be being laughed at. Billy'd be a legend. Let's see. I'm going to start giving the Billy Wong Award. Shit, I've won it a couple times. Look at this. This is not the greatest money flow chart you've ever fucking seen. Oh my God. I wasn't even in it. Why weren't we in it? I thought you understood the stock market. I thought you knew. Oh, I'm going all cash. Oh, you know. Uh-huh. You don't know shit. You're just guessing, bro. If you knew it all, you'd be a billionaire. This shit ain't hard. So you tell him, look, what is this? What are we on here? This is a daily chart of Viacom. There's a bunch of these charts. But we got to find them. This is why I trade in a pack. And you say, what do you mean? Like a gang. A gang. They might see it. Now, I'm not going to listen to all of them. I'm not going to listen to most of them. But my intuition is on. It gives me a better chance. First, I'm going to listen to me. First thing you should do is look at you, your portfolio. Back to clarity. This is not day trading. This is getting rich. You don't get rich day trading. You make some money. That's not the game. I'm trying to get rich. I want home fucking runs. What if it does it again? Oh, it can't do it again. Really? All right. But look at this, man. But along the way, look. Oh, fuck. What happened? Fake breakout. What happened? Fake breakout. Now what do you see? There's 3 of them, right? 1, 2, 3. What happens? Giant fucking run. What does it do? Does it again. And then what? Giant run. Now, look at Bitcoin. Does price have memory? Okay. Let's see. You tell me. Where's our bottom? You see this pattern that emerges? What would be your edge in this game? You say, well, shit, it could go up, could go down. I know. What's the value of the company? And if this is what Warren Buffett does, buys undervalued assets. Now, what is the value of this? You say, what's the stock? It don't fucking matter, man. This is for illustration purposes. Don't come here for stock picks. That's not what we're fucking doing. That's not this. So I don't care about any stock you own. You get it? Fuck your stocks. When you're dead and someone else owns them, this game will be being played, man. It's bigger than that. And so the focus and the start isn't what stocks. The focus in this is the history of what it is you're doing. What is this? What is this? Why is it over here? What is this up here? This is called an indicator. What are these? These are moving averages. Why is that 20? What is the 5? What is an exponential? You need to know that, not what stock to pick. Should I buy VU? I don't know. You like getting money? Should I buy real estate? I don't know. You like getting rich? Huh? Like, fuck, yes. What do you think yes, yes, yes means? Everything I do on Instagram, YouTube, it's all subliminal messages. It's all subliminal messages. It's on fucking purpose. So path, what is path right? We go to tip ranks. You say, oh, I didn't see that. I just saw you standing outside a car. I know. I know. They say it's worth 32. And that's a lot for a growth play. Kramer likes this too. I like it a lot. That's like 1 in 20 that I like. And so part of my daily grind, my push, my study is this. What else we got? Well, besides history, you think, okay, so look at a weekly, bottom left to up. Now look at a monthly. So for 10 fucking years, should you buy this? Yeah. Now, let me see if you see this, though. Guy says, should I buy Bitcoin right now? Yes, yes, yes. That's what that means. Yes. Yes. Stop trying to have a big fucking score and just buy it and own it now. Now what? Now you get to, what you think about comes about. What you focus on grows, and it'll grow, and you'll get into the cycles. And when you're first starting, you're not trying to sell this. You got people owning $1,000 of Bitcoin selling it like dipshits. You don't sell that. You let it come down. You're trying to build it. It's going to go up and down and up and down. And volatility is what makes you rich, man. What do you think it means when Warren Buffett says you got to be greedy when other people are fearful? What do you think that means? Fear. 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 And so I could go back on a chart and show history over and fucking over, and people in my own group will still be concerned. Of what? What is your concern? But they haven't studied history. They're not reading Dow theory. They're not buying books from the 1920s on the stock market. They're not doing that. You know how many people do that? Next to fucking none. You know why? Because they really ain't that interested. They just watching charts go up and down. Thinking they know where it's going to go. Don't know where it's going to go. When it breaks out above the green line, I assume it's going to keep going up until what? Until it doesn't. And then if it turns back around and goes back above it, what do I think? We got a new uptrend. And if it breaks down, what? It's a downtrend. That's it. And until you have a way of identifying those points, what's the point of any thinking? It's not backed up by any actual evidence, right? So watch this. This is something to think about. This is the S&P, right? On a month, well, let's don't do monthly. Well, we could do monthly. Look at this. This is monthly. Look how far away it is from that green line. What do you notice happen? Pulls back to the green line, pulls back to the green line, pulls back to the green line, pulls back to the green line. All through history, this pulls back to the green line. Is it different this time? That's a monthly. You say, well, that probably isn't true on a weekly chart, Gerald. Yes, it's called history. It's called history. So you don't get the right to be nervous or worried if you don't actually know shit. How about that? It's like you watch a football game and go, man, you know what this game needs? What does it need, sir? You just watched it yesterday. What do you think? You get what I'm saying? Like you just showed up, man. Don't fix it. It's going just fine before you got here. If we were going to capitalize on fear, we need a way of gauging it. That's what this is. It's called the RSI, Relative Strength Index. Been around a long time. They've been writing this on pieces of paper. Now, here's the thing. It's not foolproof. But what it does tell you that when prices go extreme, you should take profits. And when it comes out of extreme, it's probably about to turn. But it's not foolproof as we saw right here. But it is pulling back now. And one of the other things we know is that price does return to this green line. So when we get both line up, then that would be what? Normal price movement. Something to fear? No, it happens all the time. You can look at it on a chart. Good. What does that mean? Good. I need to pull back so I can set up to take shit higher. Hold on, Gerald. Yes, watch. 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 Pull back higher. Pull back higher. Pull back higher. Pull back higher. This goes on all the way back to 1720. But what about the Chinese, Gerald? I know. Before that, it was the Middle East. And before that, it was the Russians. Before that, it was the Koreans. And before that, it was the fucking Nazis. Before that, it was the war to end all wars, World War I. And before that, we got the Texas-Mexican Wars. We got the Spanish-Indian Wars. Right? Don't get me into the revolution. There's always a war every 10, 15 years. What? Wait, are you saying that's a pattern or a cycle? I don't know. And you say, wait, new monies come and go. Yeah, that's a pattern, all right. That's just the way it goes. But what we don't know is how far. And that's what this is. And so I just make assumptions. And so as I look at, got me off track, man. Now I done put the damn indicators on there. Where are we at? Oh, man. Look at Pfizer. You see that? You see it? You see when that moving average goes flat? And when it goes flat, we know price has memory, and we start drawing a box, and we can see it lock in. What's that? Stage 2 breakout, right? See, we can run into a gray area in here. If things start going sideways, you're going to get this little up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Isn't that what that looks like, man? Come on, man. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And what was a stage 3? You say, how do you know that? Well, let's put this indicator on here. We'll call it the RSI. This helps us gauge extreme price movements. Oh, shit, we got to change it. You never want it on bottom. So when you come over here, you click above. I got a whole course on this shit, by the way. If you're not comfortable with, if you're not good at moving around in stock charts, it don't take long, man. There's no reason to be awkward or for your stocks to look stupid. Get that course of mine. And you'll be up, and we'll get past all that fast. You ain't doing that, goddamn, man. Come on. Now you got me cursing in church. So these extreme zones, we know inside of the money flow right here, form these stage 3s. These stage 3s go into what we call distribution, and distribution starts to go sideways, and the lines represent the 20-day moving average, and the ups and the downs and the ups and downs, is where price starts to kind of get hung up, and you see it playing out right here. Right, below it, above it, below it, above it, below. Now, come on, man. Come on, man. This right here. Come on, man. Look. Is that right there? I don't know why the Lord cursed me to come tell you this. Yes, 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 yes. What's going on? What's going on? Stupid Instagram didn't record that. So if you were on Instagram, you gotta come watch it on YouTube, I guess. All right, money, 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 money. You always want to trade your beliefs. Five basic thoughts when we start talking trading or investing. I mean, the words are synonymous. They're different things, though. We got to be clear. Don't turn your day trades into swing trades and your swing trades into investments. We trade our beliefs. Number one, that's our philosophy, our psychology. You could have the best trading system in the world, and I could show you all about the money flow and this and that. And the reason I try to start with the beginning, and in the previous session I was talking about, you got to go back. Who's Dow Jones? What's the Dow Jones theory? That's your fucking homework. And I try to, I wish I could put that in my first book, and I put the dogs of the Dow because people want stocks, and it's like, okay, buy these. This strategy beats the market. It's super stupid simple. And then I say, if you want to know how to buy these, you got to learn this. And so it's one layer upon another layer upon another layer, right? Just like real estate or business or sales, it's one layer upon another layer, man. And as we look at things like Pfizer, and we're thinking, man, we're going about our day. It's my phone. It's fucking up. Genie of the tongue. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. There's our box. And so as you're swing trading, the basics of the money flow, and we won't start at the beginning. We'll just fast go through some trading ideas here, is that in general, when price is above the green line, it's bullish, and when it's below it, it's bearish. But at the time that it gets confusing is in a stage. And this is why some of this is a little bit art. And the guy's like, well, I don't get it. I know you just started, man. It might take some time. You might have to look at 10,000 charts. Fuck. Act like you care. Just look. It's going to be hard. It's going to take fucking time. And the shorter your trading window, the more money you're going to lose. And that's okay. It's called fucking tuition. You want to be a lawyer, you got to pay. You want to play golf, you got to pay. You want to be a painter, you got to buy fucking paint and canvases. And get it? And you need an art room. Guess what? That's called fucking real estate. Be a lot easier to be an artist if you owned a lot of real estate. Just saying. It'd be easier to be a trader if you had $1 million in dividend stocks. And you don't have to trade that. This game is big. It's big, man. And we can capitalize on these bigger moves. You know how much easier that gets when you're rich? It's fucking stupid easy. My richest friend, I was saying in the last segment, he's like, he's still trying to figure out fucking Bitcoin. And I was like, bro, you are worth $10 million fucking dollars. Let me talk to you very frankly. And I got 16-year-old kids, man, holding $100K in it. And you're fucking, I don't know if I should own it. I was like, you know how stupid that sounds? Let it sink in, bro. And when you get it, you'll be like, fuck, man. I should have bought $100K of that first time I thought about it. He's worth $10 million. That's like you buying 1,000. It's fucking ridiculous. And he would have doubled it. And I don't care how rich you are. $200K is a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money. Now you give a fuck. Guess what happens when you give a fuck? You start to think about it. Guess what happens when you think about it? What you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. It's so fucking simple. All the money flow's doing, man, is getting you to think about it. And the moment you think about it, you accumulate more. I guess, what do you mean? That's how I buy houses. I fucking wake up thinking about them. I need to go buy them. I'm not thinking about doing other things. The guy says, well, how did you get 16 houses? I think about it every day, which causes me to do it. So what am I going to do today when I get off this live? I'm going to go to a fucking house that I bought, and I'm going to paint it. And you say, why don't you hire a painter? Because I got an audio book to listen to. And I want to buy some stocks. And if I paint it, I get $3,000. I get $3,000 to listen to an audiobook. You get that? And it's unlimited. And just for owning the assets, they give me money. Do you know just for owning this right here, they give you money? This. Not as much money. You don't get as much money for this as you do for a house. You fucking crazy? This requires no work whatsoever. All you have to do here is just think. I want Pfizer. Click. I want some more Pfizer. Click. I don't want as much Pfizer. Click. Huh? See how that worked? That shit ain't hard. Painting a house is a little more involved. Right? So what I began to do was to combine the two. God damn. What if I bought a lot of all of this, man? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's what that means. Yes, 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 yes. They say, hey, what do you think? Yeah. Hey, you want to come to New York? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you want to come to Kansas City and do a meetup this weekend? Yeah, I'd love to. I know, you can't. You're fucking, yeah. Well, I'm free, but I can't go nowhere. I'm free. No, you're not. No, you're not. Very few free people in the world. Most people got all kind of obligations. There's nothing wrong with that. I got a lot of obligations. Right? Are we doing the ones we want to do? So if I'm looking at the money flow, yeah, but my knees. All right. I get it. Everybody's got a little pull on you. Everybody in the world gets to tell you where to go. I got my boss. I got my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my cousin, my friends. I can't look at stock charts. I got all this shit going on. I got to go here. I got to go there. I got to do this. And you're like, wow, you watch more Netflix than stock charts. You got more time logged on movies. Most people do, man. Guys say, how do you get so many houses? I do houses more than I do Netflix. I do houses more than I do other things. You say, how's that possible? I mean, when I didn't have any, my doing was finding one. Every day, I go look. Just drive around looking. Look on Realtor. Like, same with stocks, man. And I just began to track them. And I'm looking for what? Zones to buy them. And what I want to do is buy them in these zones, in these stages, as I began to hunt them and watch them. And here's the beautiful thing about this game. I can do this game while doing another game and doing another game. And that began to leverage myself into compound what I'm doing. This is what really began, because they're looking at one thing. No, it's not one thing. It's not just stocks. It's not just your job. It's not just your side hustle. It's not just them. It's all of the shit accumulative, day after fucking day, week after week, month after month. Isn't that how you bodybuild? You don't just lift weights, bro. If you go just lift weights and eat like shit, yeah, maybe you get stronger, but you're not getting anywhere big. And you say, okay, well, I'm going to eat right too, man. All right, good. Now, everyone, even people don't work out, would agree. If I said to you, hey, man, if I go hard at the gym 4 days a week and I eat right every day, what do you think will happen? Everybody would be like, oh, well, shit, I imagine you get in great shape. I know. The guy says, well, I want to buy some real estate. No, you don't. Or you'd buy real estate. What the fuck are you talking about, man? It's not a want to thing. It's a do thing. You don't want to do it. You do it. If you wanted to do it, you would do it. If you want to trade stocks, you'll trade fucking stocks. The guy says, well, I'm getting out of debt. Everything's for that. Bullshit. You can trade stocks with $500. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, you work on debt, man. Yes, people read my book and misinterpret this, and I don't stop them because I'm not going to slow your fucking roll. But you could put $1,000 in the stock market and take 5 share trades. Could you not? And maybe if you did that over the next year while you worked on getting out of debt, because you were fucking focused on this, you would actually accumulate wealth and get out of debt. They say, well, I can only do one thing at a fucking time. No, well, guess what? That's not what Donald Trump does. That's not what Obama does. That's not what fucking Larry King did, or Ozzy Osbourne, or fucking Rachel Ray, or anybody who's had any influence on planet Earth. They didn't do one thing. They didn't make money one way. They didn't just drive a truck. Well, I'm a truck driver. Okay, and what? Well, I do the, and what? Well, I'm a, and what? And what? You say, I'm expected to be other things? Yes. You say, well, I'm a nurse. Good. You're also a great fucking investor. And you know what happens when you have a job that pays a lot of money and you're a great fucking investor? You get rich. Or you watch Netflix. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. Go to Cancun. I'm not against the Cancun thing. Take your charts with you. And people know what I'm saying. You could trade here, this from there. Problem is people are going there and they're not trading this. Some of you got the audacity to go on vacation. You don't own any dividend stocks. That's fucking stupid. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I had a lady tell me, man, that's kind of mean. No, you're stupid. Like, there's no other, you need to be told this, man. If you saw a guy doing something that was about to kill him, you'd walk up and say, hey, stop, dude. Would you not? I talked to a street kid the other day. I just let him talk. And you'll hear me kind of interrupt and say something. And I'm not saying it to him. I'm saying it to you, man. The little nugget, the little thing he just dropped. That's everybody, man. That's most of the people I trade with. You're that homeless kid, man. What'd he say? He said the same shit you say. I'm worried about this. He's worried about where he's going to sleep. You don't worry about your house? You're not worried about your family? You're not worried about your job? You're not worried about your future? He was, and I imagine you are. You share the same worries. And I said to him, you have a phone? He said, nah. And I wanted to say that you're fucked. Bye. But that's not what I'm there. I'm not there to beat him up. I'm there so that you can see the obvious. You have no phone? I know people that have a phone and don't own Bitcoin. I said, hey, bro, do you know about Bitcoin? He said, yeah. I said, well, do you own some? He said, no. I lost my phone. Shit, you got friends that got a phone, can't do any better than the homeless guy. They ain't got no more investments than he does. Shit, they may as well be homeless. What's the difference? You're both alive. The difference is intention. He said, I'd like to own it. He don't even have the fucking infrastructure to own it. So what is rule? Who else should own it? He should. He has no fucking bank. If one thing he should have figured out is how to get Bitcoin. And then when you're homeless, you put some of the money. And I had a guy say, well, that's not even practical. That's not fucking practical to you. Don't fucking tell me what's not practical. If he has a phone, it's very practical. And would it have been smart? Yes. But you say, well, he'll spend it all. Okay, well, that's for you. Some people work their job. They make great money. They spend it all. The homeless man and the guy with the good job in the family both end up the same fucking place. Broke. One was by choice. One lived through struggle. And he didn't have the infrastructure to make the choice. He didn't have the fucking option. And yet other people, they have checking accounts and trading accounts and all this stuff. Still can't make it happen. Got realtor in front of them, got good credit, got money somehow. Still can't make it happen. Stage 2, right? Clear as day. This is one of the clearest, beautifulest money flow charts out there right now. Look at this. It's the thing of beauty, man. Runs up. Then what? Comes down. And if we added the other moving averages, what do you bet they're on this side of the line? And if they're on this side of the line, that means what? It's going down. It's bearish. It's a stage 4 decline, right? So as we're looking at this as homeless people, most of you are homeless. You got about the net worth that dude does. I met a guy yesterday. I said, how old are you? He said, 16. I said, what's your net worth? He said, $5,700. Just like that. I bet people on here, there's 233 here, 169 here. I bet if I asked each one of you one at a time, what's your net worth? A lot would be like, do we add this? And it's like, you don't even know the fucking definition of the word. You haven't created the infrastructure around your life. The point of the buckets is to help you trade stocks better, man. The point of the bucket is that you handle the stage 3 correctly because you don't have any debt and you got good credit and you're moving your money, you're advancing it, you have the savings built up, you have the do-over account, you begin investing in dividend stocks, and now we're trading as a side hustle. But I guarantee you, most of the people following me, buckets are fucked up, trying to trade, don't have your net worth down, still carrying debt, being a half-ass trader investor. And the point of interviewing the homeless guy is to reflect you back to you and me back to me. I could have the whole fucking world and be in the same spot. And I know people that are older, have a house and a car, and they have about the same net worth. 0. That's how fragile their infrastructure is. 0. And they say, well, Gerald, you don't understand being a minority in the city. And that motherfucker was homeless. Homeless. You have a phone. That's your excuse for not having Bitcoin? What excuse? What fucking reason would you not have Bitcoin or the S&P 500? Or I'm not going to argue the assets, man. It could be whatever. But what is the excuse? There is none other than your thumbs don't work, right? Or what you put your time on and what you focus on. Trading stocks is easy, man. And the easiest of all trading is called position trading. So clarity of mind. Am I a day trader? If you're a day trader, day trade. Don't listen to me. I mean, be what the fuck you said you are, man. Oh, I'm a trader. Then be that, man. Don't confuse yourself. Like you ain't been day trading 2 or 3 years. You're just getting going. Oh, you're going to be a lawyer in 1 year. I didn't know that was how it worked. I didn't know there was anything in life that makes a lot of money that you could do real fucking quick. Like, what is that? Could you send me the book on that, please? Because it took me 7 years to learn to trade, to get in tune with the markets, to do the daily patterns, to understand what I'm reading in Barron's, to understand interest rates and the LIBOR rate and bonds and gold and oil, how it all interacts, and be able to follow 150 stocks and have money in like 70 stocks, get $1 million in the stock market, right? Be able to borrow from these assets and leverage these assets and control that and basically turn myself into a fund. That took a couple minutes. You're not going to roll up and do that, right? Why? You don't believe the same shit I believe. You haven't been through 8, 9 crashes. You haven't done that, man. And so with that comes what? Now, how do you crash course what I just said? Studying history. Studying it. Not from a perspective of an edge. What happened before? Now, the government will tell you past performance is not indicative of future results. Bullshit. But I can't tell you that. I'm just a crazy guy on YouTube and Instagram. Don't listen to me. Don't do anything I say. I call bullshit. There only is past performance. The only reason I know this is a stage 2 breakout is because it did it in the past. Something you got to get, man. Something you got to get. You got to lose the all in, all out, one thing mentality. This is a lot of things. It's not one way of making money. It's all ways of making money. It's not one stream. It's 10 streams, 15 streams. It's not one stock. It's 50 stocks. It's not one house. It's dozens of houses. You get it? It's not one nice watch. It's as many as you can afford, man. It's not one car. It's the truck for work, the sports car for the weekend, this fucking motorcycle because I like it. And I bought that with Bitcoin. Not with my money. Bitcoin bought it. Get what I'm saying? And you begin to see, I went and stayed with the day trade professor. You know how, as we're talking, I can tell if you're legit, man. Some people, you try to cozy up and talk to me, right? And I'm listening, and all I hear is bullshit. Bullshit. Why? Because I do this every day, and the shit you're saying, I don't say. The shit you're thinking, I don't think. You're junior. You're amateur. And sometimes I bump into people, and they're bigger. I can tell. They got more. They've been doing it. They know what they're doing, and I'm inspired, right? And I'm listening. Well, how'd you do that? Where'd you get it? How do you do that? And I began to use them as a bridge. That's what ebooks are about. That's what audio, that's what content's about, right? That's why you're here. To use me as a bridge for you. To do bigger. Now, my friend, listen, this is Fractal. Fractal is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar, different scales. My rich friend, he's worth, 10, 12 million. Little bitch won't tell me. Why won't you tell me, bro? Just tell me. I just want to hear the number. I'm not jealous. I'm happy. Let me see the account, man. Let me see it. I want to see it. Why? Because I like pretty things. So this here, that's BX. Let me see it. I bought each of these shares over you know who gave me this one? Just like I gave you Path. But you didn't see it. Right? You say, what are you talking about, Gerald? Oh, dude, my Instagram is not fucking random. It's not pictures of me looking cool. Okay? It's all on purpose. These are all implanted messages. You say, well, I can't do that here. Get a fucking bicycle. Yes, you can. You can, man. Look, the only reason I post these, I want you to see, I didn't make this shit up. It happens all the time, right? But look, what is this? Straight line. Straight line. That's what that means. Hard part of my teaching. Straight line. And you'll see me do straight lines. Subliminal. Straight line, right? You need to go straight line, man. Up the road. You'll see I have a lot of these posts of a road. Straight line. You want to be a day trader? Straight line. Day trade, man. Like focus on that shit till you just eat, breathe it. That's success. B. Starts with B. B plus do, not do. And then maybe you get better. And then maybe, no. Be it. You assume it. That starts in the mind. First step, 5 pillars of trading. Number 1, psychology. Number 2 is position size. Number 3, market selection. Number 4, exit. Number 5, entry. That's how I could teach your children that shit. This here. What do you see? That's path, man. Path. What did I say on here? Being a great trader or investor starts with accounting of your assets, a plan or a blueprint to double those assets, and the ability to execute the plan, the discipline and the wisdom to stay on the plan. What is that? That's just a reminder from the universe. And you say, everybody posts shit like that. I know. I don't know if they believe it. I don't know if they believe it, but I eat it. I eat that. An example. I'm trying to be a living example. And guess what? That's hard. You know what that means? It means you get to take more time off than I do, than I choose to. Why? Because I'm trying to encourage people, man. Other people to do better, bigger. Sometimes you got to step out from the crowd to see your path. Right? That's telling you, I'm about to buy Path, the stock. Okay? Life worth living. It's a life worth recording. So if I don't record this and give it to the universe in its purest sense, other people will try to monetize it and fucking steal it. And they'll steal what was given to them freely. The gospel was given freely from Jesus to his disciples and then to the world. And along the way, people tried to monetize it, steal it, box it, copy it, put it in a thing and say, this is how it goes. And yet it was given to us freely. Now, a worker is worthy of his wages. My point is, there are charlatans. That's always the top. It always looks the same, man. That's what the RSI does for us. I'm not talking about the charlatans of the influencers. Uh-oh, everybody gets nervous. Who's he talking about? Talking about you. Biggest scammer in the room is you. And me. Not believing in ourselves. Being 33 with the same net worth as a homeless person. Guy says, man, that's kind of harsh. No, that's called fucking reality. I know 27-year-olds got the net worth of a homeless person. Maybe that's too real. You say, but. I know. All of that except intention. All of that except intention. The reason you didn't sell into the RSI is because you didn't learn about RSI. And if you did learn, you didn't give a fuck. And so once it becomes ingrained in you, you don't have to ask that. You know that. That's the game. I don't even need to text you. Do I need to tell you? Do I need to text you and remind you what the fuck I wrote? I do out of courtesy, but I don't need to. You should have already been doing it. If you're trading with me, not too long into it, if you actually give a shit and you're actually going to be a good trader, you'll already have done it by the time I get it to you. Oh, by the way, I own real estate. Oh, by the way, I produce content. Oh, by the way, I write fucking books. Oh, by the way, I got a fucking life too, right? So all you guys, oh, I'm busy. Yeah, no shit. Being great's called busy. Being great's called more than one thing, man. The simple-minded, the little people, the peasants, the herd, they, guess what? Look, all these people statistically are completely fucking broke. That guy, that one. I could walk down this fucking list of people. If I walked up, hey man, how much money you're worth? None of them could answer it and have any fucking clue. None of them. Maybe 7% of them. And I mean, we get past the, why is this guy knocking on my window? Meaning if the universe just says to you, hey Joe, hey Larry, hey Catherine, how much are you worth? And you go, you don't fucking know. And so you can't get what you don't know. And so I say, well, how much money would you like in your trading account? Not even thinking that. You're wanting to buy shit. What you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. How much money do you want to trade? Well, damn, if you can't trade 2 stocks, and stick with it, how the fuck are you going to trade 1,000? And I think 2 comes before 1,000. And so it's not a matter of numbers or I don't have enough money. It's not that. It's be. And so be the person. There's your breakout, right? There's when you start taking it down. That's your stage 4. I'm out. So if I'm swing trading, I need to be out or down to a very small position. And the guy says, well, you didn't do that, Gerald. I know, I'm not swing trading, man. Get fucking clarity. Now, I might be, and I'll tell you, this is a swing trade. And what do? We plan the trade. Position size, market selection. Where's our exit? Where are our entries? So if we're trading the money flow and we're swing trading, when does it mean it's going up? Because I get people who buy stage 1 and it goes down. They're like, ah, yeah, dude, you bought the fucking decline. That's one of the possibilities. It's in a stage 4 decline. So when you try to buy the bottom, you can. We have indicators that can help us, and it catches all of them, even the next one, even the next one. And when it catches all of them, even the next one. And have you not heard me say the strongest signal in the stock market is a stage is broken and then it comes back? Well, in order for that strongest signal to happen, the first one had to not happen, right? And so we know that. So what is our plan for that? And for me, what I found the best way to capitalize this was position trading. Yeah. Now I do swing trade, and that's different than a day trade. It's different than weekly options. It's different than futures. It's different than selling covered calls or puts. It's not the same thing. Completely fucking different. It's not crypto trading, right? So clarity. What is it I'm doing? So what are you doing? This is going to happen no matter if you're day trading, swing trading, position trading, or investing. This pattern plays out. And you say, well, I don't need to know this. I'm an investor. Good. You don't think being an investor, seeing bottoms is a good idea? And they say, well, be greedy when other people are fearful. Well, what is that? What does that fucking mean? So I go back down the street, and I'm telling you, if I walk up to you fucking randomly, so if you're in Kansas City this week, and I say, hey, and I ask you a fucking question, and you go, hey, can I ask you a question? I say, no, let me ask you one. What's your net worth? I don't know. Okay, that's why you're broke. You don't even know what you have. How are you going to get more? You don't know what you have. How do you get more? You know. And some people, they're trying to build their trading account with one-time money. Nothing on planet fucking Earth works like that. Okay, I didn't get real estate buying one house, and that was it. That's all the money I ever put in. And then I went and I borrowed that out with the burr. And I bought the next one, and I borrowed that one. Now, are there stories of people who pull that off? Absolutely. And they're fucking rare. Very, very, very rare. And guess what? If instead of doing that, he would have also got his own money, it would have went even faster. So what I'm saying can't hurt you. It only helps. It only helps to invest in you. Straight line, right? It only helps to invest in you, man. Straight line. Now, one of the concepts of the money flow, it's big. It's big. Psychology, right? This is big. This is whole life shit, man. Whole life. You got to get rid of debt, man. You got to stop bullshitting. You got to stop living like other people. You can't have no more fucking, I got money on a couch. That's dumb as dirt. You hear what I just said? I don't give a shit if it offends you. You have financed furniture. You need to fucking fix that shit right now. You'll never be a power player. You're never going to be a person who accumulates if you have to pay for normal items on credit. Period. You can't. You can't put things that you sit down in on credit. Okay? Now I get it. You're going to have to do that for a car. I get it. I get it. But I want you to be a person that doesn't have to. Imagine that. Imagine if you didn't have to. Imagine if you just wrote checks for cars. How much easier would trading be? Oh my God. How much easy would investing be if you didn't have to fucking pay other people? And when you got paid at work, you got to keep the money. Big fucking idea, right? Crazy. And people say, well, how do you get rich? Keep your own money. Talked about this on my story. And what if you kept all your own money and you just piled it in here? You're not even that fucking smart. You can't even pick stocks. You're too stupid to do that. You just buy the VOO, the S&P 500. You know, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just buying exactly what I told the homeless guy to do. Look, bro, all you need to do is buy Bitcoin. He said, what do you mean? I said, you go get a phone. I don't give a fuck what anybody else tells you. You just buy Bitcoin with a little bit of your money and keep doing what you're doing. But you've got to accumulate. You can never get out of this situation if you don't. The same thing for the homeless man for you. You have to create infrastructure that allows you to receive fucking money. And so if you want to get rich, are you set up to get rich? Do you have the brokerage account? You don't owe a lot of people. You're putting your money toward things. You're working to multiply. Like, are you? Or do you have a half-ass? Most people got the fucking infrastructure of a homeless person. They ain't doing no fucking better. They ain't got any more shit. They don't. You both own the same amount of Amazon stock. 0. Guys say, well, I have to finance a car. I know, it's because you're broke. Say that shit out loud. 10 pillars of success. When you buy my book, I give you 10 pillars. Take full responsibility. Don't matter if it's your fault. It's your fault. When you're captain of the ship, you go down with it. You didn't even cause the problem. You're the landlord. You take responsibility. You pay taxes even if the renter doesn't pay you. And that scares some people. I watch people, oh, COVID scared me from being a landlord. I know, because you're a little bitch. You never were a landlord. You think that's how they talked in medieval Europe? Oh, there's a fucking plague. I'm getting out of being a baron. Like that. No, man. What else are you going to do? You didn't study history? You didn't know there's fucking viruses? Really? Really? You didn't know that throughout fucking history, people get sick. There are people shocked by COVID. Shocked. I can't even believe this happened. Really? Did you skip 8th grade history? You think the market's going to pull back? Yeah. I think it was pulling back before you were born. There were people scared of a stock market crash and you weren't even born. Your parents hadn't even had sex. And there were people, oh, I think the market's going to crash. The government, crazy fucking Nixon, we're going to war in Vietnam. Oh my God, we're running out of oil. That game has been played out for fucking ever. And stocks go up. And real estate goes up. And I was sitting down and I'm going to tell you, I had a life experience. And I'm sitting there. And I'm out with a guy, he's 67. This is how I talk to old people. What do you invest in, sir? And I'll ask you that. And if you come to Kansas City this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we're doing a meetup. And you go to talk to me, I'm going to ask you what you own. And if you don't own shit, I'm going to tell you, why don't you own shit, sir? You say, well, I'm 19. Okay, your fingers are fucking broken. You never played video games. You're just incapable. You can't read past the 8th grade. Well, no, I can do all of that. Then you should be playing the game, sir. Right? I mean, I wish your grandfather would have took this strategy and just fucking bought, I don't know, big fat things, Coca-Cola, IBM, fucking Microsoft. My dad's a computer programmer, and he doesn't own any Microsoft or Apple or fucking Cisco. And he's not rich. Let me say it again. My own father. All I do since I was 19 years old is obsess over this shit. And my own father doesn't own these things. What if my dad just bought Coca-Cola? Like he's too fucking stupid to pick other stocks. And you say, well, that's kind of rude. I know. It's how easy it is. It's the same answer for the homeless guy as your answer. You need a better infrastructure. Okay, do you have a driver's license? No. Okay, well, we got to get that. Do you have a checking account? No. Okay, well, we could start with Cash App. Pretty sure they'll let you do it. We could get a P.O. box. Okay, well, you got to get a hustle. And you got to get not fucking arrested. And you keep living on the street. And you keep sleeping where you're sleeping. Shower fucking hoses. And this is what you do. And you have to accumulate money. You need more money than you need. The same fucking answer for the homeless guy is exactly how you get to $1 million fucking dollars. And he had an excuse and you have a fucking excuse. And the excuse is the exact same. Well, I can't get you. I gotta have you. The same shit he said you say. That's it, man. Everyone I've talked to is middle class, has the same fucking excuse as that homeless guy. Their infrastructure, this happened, I gotta go, fucking life. Life beat them. And life beat him. And life beats all Americans. Here's the difference. They don't think it does. The water's just warm enough, it ain't hot. So they sit in it. And while this goes up higher and higher, oh, I'm getting out of the bug market, it's gonna crash. And they live like fucking poor people in fear. Right? Oh, they'll justify it. They'll say, oh, I'm smart. I'm smarter than everybody else. I'm a cap. Okay. All right, he's a wise guy. Yeah. Well, if you could do that 3 times in a row, you'd be a fucking billionaire. You know that, right? All you guys that think you know where the market's going, 3 times in a row, if you did it correctly and knew for a fact, you'd be a fucking billionaire. Because you take what little net worth you have, you borrow against it, leverage it, put it into a margin account, buy fucking call options. And then you do that again and again and again, billionaire. If you don't know how to do that, you don't know how to fucking trade, okay? If I told you, look, I'm going to give you 4 winners, absolutely guaranteed, back-to-back, 4 in a row, and you can't turn that into millions of dollars, you don't have a fucking clue as to what you're doing. And you should stop and you should learn. You're telling me 4 things. If I did 4 things consecutively, I could get rich. Yes. That is the opportunity and potential of the market. And you don't need to have a job or a fucking wife or any of that to participate. You don't need to be 30 or drive a Porsche or come from whatever. You could be fucking homeless. And if you have a phone and a brokerage account, you can play. And you can make your money doing whatever the fuck it is you do. As long as you can get it into that phone somehow and get it into that account, you're good. That's a very simple process. And it's the same for the homeless guy as the guy that works at McDonald's. He said, well, I ain't got no money. Oh, really? Because you got a whole lot more than my friend Jermaine. You ain't got $1. You ain't got fucking $10. So you learn to trade. Well, I don't have money for that trade. You can't buy 2 shares, sir. You can't buy 2 fucking shares. So if you're new to trading, your goal isn't making the most money as possible. Your goal is putting in reps, man. You need to take shots. You need to get up to bat. You need to fucking swing. That's your goal. Not money. Not stock picks. Makes me fucking sick. Stock picks are all around you. If that's what's holding you up, you have 0 fucking skill. 0. And you need to fix that. That starts with the buckets, man. That starts with how we're living. Our interaction with the universe, man. What you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. Everything you have, you thought about. And so this thing gets real simple. Should I buy the VU? That means you ain't even fucking looked at the VU. The fact that you're even asking me the question says you haven't spent a couple hours looking at it. Because if you looked at it, you go, God damn, it looks like it only goes up. So here's Coca-Cola for the last 10 years. Oh, you think I should buy some Coca-Cola? No, sir, don't do that. Don't do that. What is the question? So once we establish this, God, look how easy this game gets. Once we establish that. Now, I said one of the 5 pillars, and this is for me. I'm talking to me. I'm not even mad at you. I'm mad at me, man. God damn, I'm not homeless. I'm not homeless and I know things. Why am I not doing more? You know what I came away with talking to the homeless guy? I got to get off my ass. I'm fucking lazy. I have so much to be grateful for, and I'm just blowing it. That's what I came away with. I don't know what you came away with. Psychology. Position sizing. Because we can't know 4 things in a row, and because you could be wrong. You can't put all your net worth into one trade, sir. Even though theoretically it's possible, and at times you will get 4 or 5. I've had a time where I had like 30 trades, 17 winners, and we were fucking killing it. That happens. But that's not me. That's me following stocks and executing the plan, but it's not me. The market decides. I don't fucking know. You don't know. And none of these idiots on YouTube know. They don't know. No economist. If he knew for a fucking second, he wouldn't be an economist. He'd be rich on an island. All right, so listen, nobody knows. We're all just guesstimating, speculating, taking shots. All the money flow does is make it repeatable. And if inside of this, watch this. This is Pfizer. What is Pfizer worth? I'm just randomly grabbing charts here. I went through my list, see which ones look perfect. $45. Where did it start going extreme? Around $45. That's funny. Up in here, you want to own a stock that's true value when it's overvalued? What's the edge to that? There isn't one. What's it start doing? Drifting. Do I want to buy this? It's at $43. What's it worth? $45. Is that a deal? Would you call that a screaming bargain? No. So I have this in my buy and hold. Do I need to cut it? Nah, it's a little undervalued. I'm going to collect that dividend. What if it comes back to where it was before? Down into here. Oh, now we got something. Now we're about 15, 20% undervalued. Where would be my target? Well, shit, it's been here before. You see what I'm saying? So the lower this goes, the more the opportunity for me inside of my buy and hold portfolio. So if I come over here, I come down, how much Pfizer do I got? Not a lot. I sold some. Sold some. So Pfizer, down on the day, I got 232 shares. I'm up 34%. You say, wait, how are you up 34% if it's down? Don't you want to sell it? No, I want the dividend. I'm not doing shit for it. They just give me money. And so all I do is watch what's the value of it. I keep up with the price and they say, oh, it's worth about $45. Okay. I go read about what about Merck? What is that worth? We look at Merck and they say, wait, Merck's worth 90. Do I want to buy Pfizer or do I want to buy Merck? Well, if I own Merck, which I do, which one looks like more of a value? So on this pullback, now this is not trading, okay? This is portfolio management. So guess what? Pfizer's pulling back, Merck's pulling back. What else is pulling back? Bristol Myers, BMY. Woo! Look at this one. Wow. This one's pulled back big time. Oh my God. Has it ever been here before? Well, we could start to draw it. Is this a stage one buy? Not yet. Not yet, right? Could be. This could be day one of the bottom. Got the RSI. Got the reversal candle. Got my tick here. It's been here before. But I don't have my breakout. And price is not above the 5. That, now none of you follow this. But if you did follow the money flow, the way it's supposed to be played, you don't have to. Maybe you're like, cool, I'm good here. Okay. But I'm talking the money flow. See, my job is to teach the money flow. Your job's not to follow it. You don't have to follow it. I try to follow it in its purest form. So what do I want to happen? I want a box. I want a box right in here. Well, what's it worth? I only want to make this move if it's worth something. Let's see. $75, 23%. Do I want to make a run at Pfizer, which I already have $10,000 of? Right? Or do I want to add a new stock? Well, I already own Merck. So I already own Merck, and I'm up in it. And in Pfizer, I'm up 34%. I already got $10,000. I'm getting a dividend. This is not a deal. I'm just going to keep what I have. What am I probably going to do? I'm going to add to the portfolio. And this is big picture thinking. Get what I'm saying? Now, for you, that might be, so you're going to tell me, listen, what if when I talked to Jermaine, he said, yeah, man, I got about $800 of Pfizer. I got about $900 of Walmart. I like to steal from Walmart, so I bought some of that. Yeah, I bought some of this. That's not better for him? Now, obviously, he's got bigger problems. He's got to survive, right? But the only way you come up from survival is that more than you need. That's step one. It's called accumulation. So in life and in the money flow, you have to start accumulating. It's called accumulation. You can never take gains and you can never take profits if you don't accumulate. Stage one is for accumulation. Stage 3 is distribution. Doesn't mean you have to participate. So in distribution up in here, I sold Pfizer. Now you notice these other charts didn't look as good. So the reason I went heavy on Pfizer, it just had a better looking chart. It's getting these better sweepings. But right now it's not a deal. And so I got to go through all the different positions as I'm looking at positions inside of the portfolio. There's oil stocks and bean stocks. And so as you go in here and you look and you're like, okay, well, let's see. I have a lot of McDonald's. It's third largest position. I'm not looking to trade McDonald's right now. Unless it got real cheap, right? I'm up 100% almost in Pepsi. I'm not really looking to trade that. That's not a bargain for me right now. The reason I'm up 100% in Pepsi is when it was a bargain, I was buying Pepsi. Now I don't need to do that. But for you, this might be a bargain because when I started buying it, there were people who said this is too high. Yeah, because the game was being played before you were here, and it was being played before I was here. And so the way I get 372% in BX is I've been playing this game with BX for like 7 years, 8 years. Buying low, adding on stage ones, taking a little off, putting a lot more back on, and just collecting the dividend and playing this game of the money flow as price moves through here with one thing in mind, to accumulate on accumulations. Sell some into distribution if that's warranted. It might not be warranted, right? But that doesn't happen without what? Thinking and accumulating. And so no, you don't have one share of Amazon, you're not going to get two. The reason you don't own any fucking Amazons, you never bought a single share. The reason you don't have $100,000 in Bitcoin is you didn't buy one Satoshi. Nobody on here, no, there should be nobody. There's almost 400 people. Listen, if you don't own Bitcoin, you have to do that. You have to. Listen to what I'm saying. You have to. You have to. And you have to own the S&P. And you have to own real estate. These are have-tos, okay? You have to have an income source. It could be a job, could be a business, but you have to have a way of making money. And you don't start a business unless you're already making money. Get it? So you go get the guaranteed money, meaning you go get a job. I get kids, I want to be an entrepreneur. You don't even know how to fucking work, man. Fuck you mean entrepreneur? You never worked a day in your life. Go learn work and business and how to talk to people. Get paid to learn how to make money. Get paid to do that. It takes skill, not just knowledge. We all suffer from knowledge. Everybody knows things. Okay, what good does that do you? You know things, all right. It's the application of things, right? Solano. That's a dumb question, bro. Solano. Should you own Solano? Should we own it? Yes, yes, yes. Should you own it? Should you own this when it goes above the green line? What's it doing now? Looks like it's trying to go above the green line. Right? Okay, so that's a daily chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. Should we own it? Say, oh man, it's gone way too high. Really? Has it? That's what they said over here. You should own it. What if we go to a monthly? Should you own it? Every fucking day of its existence has said yes. Since the day they started trading this, it's gone up. And there's a guy going, no. So you've been wrong, sir, the whole fucking way. You've been wrong from $1 to $1.59. No, don't buy that. No, don't buy that. You've been wrong 1,590 fucking %. Wrong. You're wrong, 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 wrong. And all you had to do was think opposite of what you just said. You'd be fucking rich. And you're not rich. You've just watched it go up. And instead of saying no, you could have said yes, yes, yes. And be rich. Like getting rich is all around us, man. Pick one. Fuck, man. Other than a few weird stocks, like any of them that are large or big or new. Yep. Right? Fuck, it could be any of them, man. Okay, so what about Dogecoin? What about it? Should I own that? I don't know. Let's look. Gee, I don't know, man. Should we buy it? Now, if I didn't tell you that was Dogecoin, you'd like it. Oh, there's people who'd be like, oh, yeah, man, that looks good. Really? If it was Apple, that looks good, right? Here's an Apple chart. Let's go to the daily. Wait. Look, it goes from here, up, kind of sideways and up, and pulls back. All right, well, let's look at the Dogecoin chart. Let's look at that on a weekly. Looks pretty similar, huh? Looks pretty similar. Looks pretty similar. Let's look at Z. So if you sat through a money flow class, our core foundational principle, this is when you'll hear me say, send a book back. Guy asks me, what do you think about? And I just look at it and I go, send me the book back, sir. I obviously fucking wasted my time giving it to you. You ever hear me say that? What is that? That's me trying to be obnoxiously obvious. Right? A lot of times people, what they really mean is, do you like that stock? And the thing I hate about that is the stock picking part is fucking easy, man. Come on. That's not complicated. The last thing you need to worry about is what stock to pick. Who gives a fuck? Just throw a fucking dart at the board. You just go to the S&P 500, you find the 11 sectors, and you go look at the top 10 stocks in each sector. You got 10 choices in oil stocks. You got 10 in fucking tech. You got 10 in consumer staples and retail and fucking industrial, right? And finance, right? Isn't that complicated? Not hard. Oh, what don't you pick? I know, because you're not fucking reading. Because if you cared, you'd know in like 10 minutes. Shit ain't hard. Like, you just come up and do it. This is how easy it is. You go over here, and if you have an account with these guys, you could just say, hey, give me all the 10 rated stocks. There you go. You got top stocks in America, right? Start there. Or you could just start reading or studying, letting the money flow come to you. You're like, hey, I want to get in this EV trade, man. And you go find it. Well, what EV stocks are? You find an EV ETF, and you go look at the top 10 stocks in it. Then you start looking at the chart patterns, right? And once you know the money flow, you could trade whatever. Tech. You're like, man, I like this real estate game. Really? You want to trade? You want to buy real estate? In the meantime, why don't you buy Zillow? Because as you read about Zillow, you're going to have to read about real estate. You're going to have to understand interest rates and how realtors work and how mortgages work. And also, wait, this company also does mortgages? Yeah, and they buy and flip houses. And all of a sudden, you're learning things, right? And you get in tune with the real estate market. And maybe that's where you put your money that you're trying to buy houses with. But you got to stick to that game. You can't get sidetracked. Can't start doing that and then go, oh, I'm going to go over here and buy this fucking penny stock. Get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? My man Fern said you hope he gets out of that hole he's in. Shit, I hope you get out of the hole you're in. Most of you in a hole. Shit, I'm in a hole. I need to get out of my hole. Some of you got phones and ain't doing this. You don't even own Zillow, as it's breaking out right now, closing above the 20-day moving average. Whenever it breaks a box and comes back in is the most bullish sign, right? Way below the 200. If we come up, what do we think Zillow's worth? Shit, I got to get out of my hole. I got to get out of my way. They got a moderate sell on it, but they got a 44% upside at 139, so we got a little bit of a split nature. Target here, but I like it. I also like open. That's it, man. I go all day. That ain't fair to the world. You guys be good. The recording on Instagram didn't save, but it did save over on YouTube. God bless. All right, YouTube. You guys be good. Appreciate you listening. Sorry I went so long. I guess you can listen in and out as you choose. God bless. If you haven't already, hit my bio link. I've got this course on stock charts, so you get on that. I guarantee you're going to get something out of it. Even if you think you're smarter than me, which most of you probably are, but you probably ain't looked at as many charts as I have, and I doubt you know the money flow better than I do. Anyway, if you get that, it's like 12, 14 videos, 60-something page manual where I take you through the book. People ask me, which one should I get the book or you should get all of them, man. Stop fucking cheating yourself. Get the book, look at it. You're going to have questions. Get the course, read it, go through it, and be. Be plus do. So be first. Let's just get to being. Be this. Assume it, and then start doing it, and then you'll have it. That's how it works, man. God bless.